Welcome to Ready to be Romanced. I'm Tori.
And I'm Hannah.
And today we're discussing
people we meet on vacation. Again!
Okay, we're so fucking back.
We're so fucking back. Rom-coms are back. Thank fucking God.
Thank God. I feel like, they're having such a moment. I'm kind of actually getting annoyed with that, just to side tangent for like a second.
Why?
Because I'm like, okay, we've been here, so you liking heated rivalry isn't cool.
No, it's like our love for rom-coms, like our culture is not a costume.
No,
when I saw Sarah Foster smugly post that picture of her like sandwiched between the heated rivalry boys, I was like, fucking shoot me in the face. I can't do this.
No,
I'm sorry.
My exact thoughts.
Wait, and I'm sorry if that sounded a little too graphic. I just realized
we're not alone anymore.
I was like, I actually physically can't do this.
No, me too. I was like, okay, we've been in these streets and you just rolled up to the Golden Globes and are fake.
and honestly, yes, I get what you're saying. And also I feel like when it comes to heated rivalry, I don't want to misrepresent my relationship to the heated rivalry books because I have not read them. I only watched the show. Okay. So no one come at me. I'm not claiming to be the biggest heated rivalry fan in the world. Mm-hmm. I will say, as a normie who wants to be an actor, watching these normies become superstars overnight has been really, really inspiring.
Yes.
And I'm weirdly protective of them, where when Nepo babies and famous people who have been in this forever are suddenly sidling up to them, it's so transparent to me. And it feels like in high school when my nerdy guy friend became popular and I'm like, no, you were a theater kid, come back. So I'm protective of them and I'm stay the fuck away from the heated rivalry boys.
I feel the same way. It's so refreshing to have some new faces in Hollywood.
I know, and they're so cute, and I just don't want them to lose any of the things that make them themselves. I want them to stay happy and excited and not become annoying people who wear sunglasses inside and pout all the time.
No, literally. No, I feel the exact same way. It really, I think, set the stage for the people we meet on vacation adaptation because everyone's kind of in the mood for something a little
100%,
a little rom and a little calm. Do you want to talk about how we felt about the book?
Okay.
Because if people didn't know, we recorded an episode about the book in February of 2024 and we're back 2 years later, 50 episodes later.
I mean, the timing couldn't be more perfect.
No, truly. Yeah, I know. And we had some actual crazy thoughts on the book. It's so funny when I was watching the movie, shout out to Ben and Mariah because they I thought this was the most astute take I've ever had. And I was like, just wait, is Poppy a manic pixie dream girl? And they're like, yeah. And the first thing we say in the book episode was so Poppy's a manic pixie dream girl that is loc annoying. I have to say it. Say it.
And I'm sorry, still annoyed me in the movie.
Me too.
I don't want to jump the gun, but in the book, I remember just being this girl is cuckoo gaga, I'm just a baby. And she's she has no boundaries with this man who is in relationships, and she did irk me in the book. Also, as someone who's never had a successful friendship with a straight man.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if I said this in the book episode, but I really call bullshit on when just two hot straight people just go on vacation together all the time.
She notices he's ripped once. That's just not actually how that works.
No, and you're telling me you've shared tents and Airbnbs and you've never seen you've gone to a pool, you've never seen him shirtless. He runs every day. You know this.
Yeah, she was shocked.
She was oh, you know what I thought was interesting? How in the book, something that really PMO in the book was Alex's puppy dog face.
No, literally, it was marked safe from Alex's puppy dog face. Literally.
I literally was oh, thank God they didn't make that a thing in the movie.
Totally. No, I felt the exact same way. We also were oh, the big reveal that they kissed when they were drunk and single wasn't actually a big deal at all. And same in the movie. I was I guess because they had partners at the time, which is a difference. In the book, they were single.
True. That's right. They kind of upped the ante a little bit with that.
Yeah, because in the book, I was just IDK.
Wait. Because in the movie, it's when they're in Italy, right? Like, when she like has the pregnancy scare.
Yeah.
But they don't like fully kiss. There's just a weird like,
yeah.
They, like,
that also pissed me the fuck off.
You're like, fucking do it or don't. Commit.
Commit
Fucking
to
cowards.
Yeah. So yeah, we were like a little bit anti-poppy. We've already lost all the listeners that tuned in for this episode.
So we're just gonna rip on this on these characters in this movie. No, we'll get there, but I am not gonna rip on everything, listeners. Don't you worry.
No, me neither. At the time, actually, and I got a message about this, a very kind, generous message, but
Great.
Someone was saying that we weren't really bought into the friends to lovers trope. And she goes, no, me and my partner met that way. And I was like, okay, well then, like, when is it going to happen for me?
You're like, TikTok, I'm waiting. I literally remember, like, when I met my husband, Jake, it was, like, so easy from the jump.
Husband
like,
brag?
Yeah, you're like, okay, insensitive. He was so, like, down to just like go on dates and like go down that dating track so fast that there was actually a moment, and this is gonna sound really fucking annoying, so like just like bitch slap me through the computer, but like I remember thinking like, oh, there's no like romantic like friends to lovers or enemies to lovers arc, like this was just so easy, like we just like fell into this so easily, and I'm like, I think that's like healthy and normal.
Totally.
But I love the drama and romance of a friends to lovers, or even better, enemies to lovers story.
Totally. And I think that in this, I guess that in the sense of like, if you have feelings for each other, I just don't really think that they could develop over like, I just really feel like if you want to at least have sex with this person immediately.
100%. Like I felt like in the book it was kind of like, and in the movie it was kind of like, oh my God, Alex is hot. And it's like, obviously.
Yeah.
Even apart from him being ripped, like he has a handsome face, and that's like written explicitly like in the book, and it's obvious in the movie.
Totally.
Eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing we didn't like about Alex either is he was supposed to be like a nerdy loser, but then also like was hooking up with like a bunch of girls. And but I actually think that like Tom Blythe like played that perfectly, because he was a nerdy loser, but then when he like takes off her dress in the bathroom, I was like, oh fuck.
You were like, damn, that was so hot.
No, the way that I've watched that clip on Twitter like 1,000 times.
Something about like when a woman is wearing like a very strappy like backless dress and a man like running his fingers like along the straps, I'm like, oh
erotic.
My God.
It's erotic. That
like,
is the female
remember
gaze.
That scene in Josie and the Pussycats? That is the female gaze.
Duh. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Literally same, but when Alan M like helps her with the dress and he like runs his fingers up that one I was like,
it's like the putting on the necklace or zipping up the dress it's
so sensual.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And the last thing I wanted to say before we actually talk about the movie is we were so annoyed that he had a back spasm in the book. We were so annoyed. And in the book, he was sleeping on a chair because they were in that motel with one bed.
Yes.
So he was on a bed and then had a back spasm. This one, he was like trying to turn on the AC or something like that.
Yeah. And then he was like, ah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I wasn't particularly annoyed by the back spasm. I will say I'm glad that they gave it to him in a more sort of chivalrous, that's what I was looking for, chivalrous way in the movie, where like he was trying to do something nice even though there was like tension with him and Poppy, whereas in the book he was just kind of like, yeah, and like, out of nowhere, like his back spasm gave me the ick.
No,
yeah,
me too.
You're like, ew. And in this it was more like he almost like tweaked it while he was doing something like manly and sexy, like
totally
fix this fuck ass AC, and you're like, okay, fine,
totally,
you can have a back spasm now.
Exactly. No, I felt the exact same. I'm sorry if that's so problematic, but
no, I mean, I feel like it's something that like Paige and Hannah would say, like back spasms give you the ick.
Yeah, that's like, fair.
So if Giggly Squad can do it, so can we.
So can we. Okay, if you haven't got the hint so far, this is your final warning. We will be talking about the book and the movie adaptation. Let's get into it. It is a Netflix original. It was released January 9th, 2026. It stars Emily Bader as Poppy Wright, Tom Blythe as Alex Nielsen. And there was like some guest stars. We had Molly Shannon as Poppy's mom, Lucas Gage as the boat driver, Jamila Jamil as Poppy's R&R boss, Swapna, and then Lucien Laviscount.
Yeah, it's a very French name.
It's very French. Love and light to Elfie from Emily in Paris.
He's so fucking hot.
He's so fine. I love in that show that he has literally no business being there, and they're just like, we'll write you a storyline.
We'll just keep him around. Because Emily and him have been broken up for like 3 seasons now.
Yes,
which, like, to me, that was like Emily's biggest fumble. Like, Emily's done a lot of dumb shit on that show, but out of all the hot men who have miraculously all been obsessed with Emily,
yeah,
he's the one where I'm like, oh, that would have been endgame for me. I would have been like, we're fucking done here. Like, I found this gorgeous man who literally like looks and speaks like a Bridgerton character.
No,
We're
literally.
done. We figured it out.
Even actually in this movie, I was kind of like, oh, fuck Alex.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Poppy, you like literally are on vacation, like on a paid vacation with this hot photographer. Like, and he wasn't a dick to her the way that other guy was. So
yeah, the New Orleans guy.
Yeah,
totally. So yeah, Emily Henry was involved in this production, but Yulin Kwong wrote this screenplay, and I got to meet her at a book signing a year or 2 ago. It was after we recorded our episode.
Oh my God, chills.
It was so cool to hear her talk a little bit about the movie. And she gave me some insider tea that I'll talk about in like 2 secs. Yeah.
I cannot wait.
It's literally not good. It's actually just like straight up like not good. It's the least piping hot tea.
I don't care. That's still really cool. It's always cool to like meet someone or know someone and then like see their name in the credits. Like, it's like you, even if you're not like super close with that person or you met them one time, you feel this like kinship and you're like, fuck yeah, like they did this cool thing. That's really awesome.
Totally. No, that's exactly how I felt. So what were your like overall thoughts on the adaptation? Like, did you think it did the book justice?
I do. I really do. I liked the casting a lot.
Me too.
I thought that Emily Bader was a really good Poppy. Like, the character still annoyed me, but I thought Emily Bader made her as likable as she could have been. And that monologue in the end, like, I fully cried. Like, we'll get there, but I just thought that she was good at playing Poppy's like avoidance and then vulnerability at different times. Mm-hmm. I loved that, like, I loved seeing all the places they went. Like, I loved getting to go on the trips with them and not having to like imagine it in my head. I loved the music. Like, the soundtrack was really good.
So good.
And I liked that it was kind of long. I liked that they like took their time to tell the story and didn't rush through it, because I like love movies like this. It's like eating a bowl of ice cream. It was just like a very comforting experience.
Yeah, I felt the exact same way. It did give like a 2000s or 2010s rom-com. Mm-hmm. I think it could have been longer.
Like, seriously, if The Irishman gets to be like 3 hours, if like every straight man's movie gets to be a minimum of 3 hours, like, we should have a 3-hour rom-com. Like,
totally.
Everybody says that the Wicked movies were too long, and I was like, what are you talking about? No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. They were 2 parts. Like,
yeah, they were the perfect amount of time. Like, shut up.
Yeah, and I'm like a big 90-minute movie girl. Like, okay. I'm a big proponent of that, but I actually thought they could have done it longer. And online, people were saying they could have done a mini TV series.
I thought about that too. That was like my one thing, is like, could this have been like a limited series? But also, like, I want, like, Summer I Turned Pretty is like, to me, the biggest example of like a romance that like really worked as a TV show.
Yeah. And
like, I never wanted that ride to end. But like, I thought this still worked in like a feature film container.
Yeah,
you know
me too. Me too.
Like, I thought it made sense.
And honestly, because we liked this book, but it's not my favorite Emily Henry book. Mm-hmm. It's doesn't even, I think, crack my top 100 books I've ever read in my life.
Yeah.
And so I'm okay with it, like, being what this was.
Yeah, like, it's like, it was a cute book. We got a cute movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like Book Lovers is something that I might be a little more
touchy about. Me too.
Yes,
and Funny Story.
I haven't read Funny Story yet, which
you
I really
should.
Have to.
You
okay.
should. I loved Book Lovers. It is one of my favorite books. And then Funny Story is also really, really good. So we'll see about those ones. But one of the things that I think was really tough for me in this movie, because of the book, but then I also couldn't remember what it was, but like, they cut like all of, especially Alex's backstory. So I think that like him freaking out about the pregnancy scare didn't super make sense, but it's because his mom died in childbirth and he was so anxious and like traumatized by that. So in the book, he gets a vasectomy after Poppy's pregnancy scare because he was like, I don't think that this is for me. I'm not ready for a baby and I wouldn't want to put anyone like through that. And that just makes a lot more sense than like them not talking after that thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. And then I also think that is a valid like tie into why he like really can't handle like Poppy's sort of like avoidance and like how he might have like an abandonment wound there because his mom passed away.
Yes.
You know?
And that's, I think, why he also wants like a stable life in Linfield and like a house and like a steady job and stuff like that. I think I think he's played his life a little safe, and I think that just comes from having to be the like older sibling, eldest sibling when your mom passes away.
Totally. No, that's a really good observation.
Also, Poppy's reasons for not wanting to stay in Linfield also was I don't think it was like as fleshed out in the, like they talk about porny Poppy, but I was like, that's like, no offense, that's like not even bad.
It's like not a big deal. It's not a reason to like flee your hometown forever.
Yeah.
Join the witness protection program.
No, literally.
I was like, yeah, we all got bullied and what?
Yeah, literally. I was like, that's not even like the like worst thing that you could have said.
Yeah, I feel like with, because, sorry, remind me, what was her motivation in the book for why she hated Linfield so much?
What is the reason?
What is the reason? Because I feel like there was a deeper reason for that too.
I can't remember the root cause, but I think the whole gist of why she wants to be a travel blogger, which in and itself I have a problem with, but like she's afraid of being seen. So she likes to run around to these different places and meet these people, and she gets to be this vacation version of herself and never has to be truly seen as like her real person. And that's why she can't do like the long-term relationships and stuff like that.
Right. Like everything is like her life is designed to be like temporary.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think like that's what is happening. I like literally for the life of me cannot remember if there was like a specific moment, but like that is like the way that she's lived her life, is that like no one knows the true her except for
Alex. Alex. Okay.
One of the things that I was really excited about, and you know this because you moved to LA, I think. So I think you do get this in some sense, but sometimes I do feel so goofy talking about this because it just where I live never gets depicted on screen. If it is like if they film in Vancouver or something like that, it's not actually Vancouver. It's like New York or Seattle or whatever.
Right.
But in the book, which again, this is so fucking random, of all the places in the world, they go to the city I live in, Victoria. She's like a teensy town.
Right.
Yeah, it's a teensy town on Vancouver Island. Rindom. And then they go up to Tofino, which is where they did that whole boat excursion, and Poppy hooks up with the boat driver, Lucas Gage. Who we met, we didn't meet, but we saw Lucas Gage at
Sunset Tower.
Yes.
There was definitely one time I was at Sunset Tower and I saw Lady Gaga eating dinner with her fiance or husband, and I freaked out.
No, that's crazy. But yeah, I forgot about
fun
that.
times. Good martinis and fun times.
I cannot believe what a coincidence. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited that they're going to show this little corner, like my little corner of the world, to everybody. And this is what you and Kwong told me. But she was like, yeah, we're filming in Squamish right now. And Squamish is near Whistler on the mainland. So not where I live and not these cities. And I was like, oh, okay, like I guess that could be like a backdrop for Tofino and stuff like that, like kind of same vibe. No, they just cut all of that and swapped it for Squamish. No one in their right mind that is at Boston College is gonna spend their like summer trip going to Squamish, British Columbia. Yeah.
I wonder why they made that change.
It is so random. It's weird that they changed that, but then they cut, like, they could have showed Vale. Like, they go to other places. They go to Sanibel Island, like, show those places then. Like,
totally. That is random. I always wonder how they make those decisions with movies where they're like, okay, like, no to this, yes to this.
yeah, because, like, it's in the same province, so, like, it would be the same tax breaks and stuff. Like,
right.
yeah.
Good point.
So I have
That's
no
really
idea, but it was fun to see, like, it's called the Sea to Sky Highway, like, which is really famous, and they talk about Shannon Falls and the Chief, a really famous hike here, and that was fun for me. But we were all laughing when they went skinny dipping, because you would never, like, cold plungers barely can, like, skinny dip, like, like I was like
it's that cold.
yeah, like, I was like, where they are, I was like, you would be, if you did go in the water, you would be doing a cold plunge. And they were just, like, making out,
like,
swimming around naked.
Where do you think they filmed that scene then?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because I was like, because, like, Squamish is a little bit inlet. So my friends and I were guessing that they maybe went to Sunshine Coast, which is, again, like, kind of in the area. But I guess, like, you would have to take a ferry there. Like, I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Interesting.
I should message her.
Yeah.
I should just call Taylor up. Like,
yeah. Why don't you just call Taylor up, get this Canadian intel?
Yeah. Yeah. It was so interesting. Yeah. We were trying to guess that too, but IDK. So, but yeah, it was just, like, so random, because I was like, no one's heard of this place. No one would go here. Like,
but it made it into the movie.
yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, she was like, at the time when I met her, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited, because we were in Victoria, and I was like, I cannot believe you're here. You wrote the screenplay about, you know, the couple that goes on a trip here.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, we're actually filming in Squamish right now. Don't tell anybody. And I was like, oh, that's kind of, like, weird. I was like, maybe they just don't want, like, people going to the set or whatever. And I think it's because, no, they, like, scrapped the location and changed the storyline.
Movie magic. Showbiz.
That's showbiz, baby. What else did you enjoy in the movie?
I definitely said I loved the soundtrack.
Yes.
I liked the costuming a lot. Like, I liked the set design. I liked that it had a lot of, like, it was a very colorful, like, bright, happy movie. I liked the aesthetic of it a lot.
Yes, yes.
And I liked seeing Poppy's, like, styling from, like, college until, like, adulthood, and kind of, like, when her and Alex aren't on the best terms, like, I feel like the way she presents herself is, like, more subdued colors, and her hair's a little more done, and she's trying to look more, like, sophisticated and, like, put together. And then, yeah, I don't know, I loved that. I loved the storytelling with the costumes.
I really thought Emily Bader was a star in this, and I loved her in My Lady Jane.
Mm-hmm. I still need to watch that show.
You should. It's actually shot up the, like, Amazon Prime charts or whatever.
Oh, I love that.
And we covered it on the podcast, the book and the TV series.
I got some work to do, baby.
So lock in.
Yeah.
She was so good in that. She was opposite Mary Beth Barone's ex-boyfriend in that, Edward Blumel or whatever.
I did not know Mary Beth Barone dated that guy.
Yes.
Wow, Bethany, wow.
Loved that. So I was really excited for her. And Tom Blythe, also love from, like, Hunger Games, etc.
Okay, I was wondering what I knew him from.
Yeah, he was President Snow in the Rachel Zegler movie. Yeah.
Okay, Tom Blythe, like, while he's not my type per se, he is an objectively, like, gorgeous man.
Stunning.
Yeah, like, he does have just, like, such a handsome face.
But I was like, bleach your hair again and shave it off. like in the
Wait, I need to Google this. Keep
Google
going.
It. But okay, I just thought, like, he is a really good actor, and I did kind of feel bad for him, because I do feel like this movie, like, the dialogue and how his backstory got cut, I don't think it showed off a lot of his, like, talent.
Yeah, you know, that's what's I see. I looked him up.
Really works for me.
Interesting. I'm not normally into blonde guys, but I do get this. To me, he looks like if Mr. What's-It from Stranger Things had, like, a really hot twin. And Mr. What's-It from Stranger Things is also a beautiful man. Like, that bone structure, please.
Yeah. That's so funny. I don't think he got I think they could have added like 2 more scenes to just give his character like a little bit more depth, and I think like it would have done him a favor.
Okay, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately because I'm actually in the process of writing a rom-com myself. And it's like hard because, okay, on one hand, it's like we want to see the emotional depth. We want that payoff of like the release of like, I'm mad at you or I love you, or just those really passionate moments between the lovers.
Yeah.
And also there has to be like a bounciness and like a buoyancy for it to like make sense in the genre.
True.
And I struggle with that as a writer of like, yeah, like how much cheese is too much cheese, and when do they need to be dropped in, and how much do these people actually show about themselves? And I agree with you, like Poppy gets that like really beautiful monologue at the end where she's just like letting it all out and she's being vulnerable. And I thought Emily Bader did such a good job with that, like I said. But I would have liked a moment from him that was
and in the book he does, vulnerable. I think, kind of monologue. And I just wish they didn't. I felt like they cut nothing of hers and then like cut stuff of Alex's, and I just don't think that like did him any favors. I thought like it made him kind of like a little bit one-dimensional. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Also, like there were moments in the movie like when she was singing the Robin song in the airport where like I kind of rolled my eyes and was like, okay, like enough. Like Manic Pixie Dream Girl, I've had enough out of you. Like take a seat. Okay, that was so cringe. Also, I am so terrified of when I wear my noise canceling headphones, that I'm like heavy breathing. I actually don't have noise canceling headphones and I really want them, but I'm already so like oblivious and flighty as it is. I don't think it would be safe for me to have them. Me too. It straight up isn't. Yeah. So when she was like singing, I was like, oh no, this is like my worst fear, that I'm like humming or like breathing and I can't And you like don't know it? Yeah. I know. I guess, that's the thing. In my mind, I was like, she knows she's singing out loud and she's just so like manic pixie that she doesn't care. She's like, whatever. Like, I think she's so flighty that she like doesn't notice. That makes a lot more sense and makes it less cringy. I will say too, though, like what I was saying about like how much cheesiness is too much cheesiness in a rom-com, even when I like roast a rom-com, whether it's a book or a movie, to me that's part of the rom-com experience where like I gotta roast it a little. Like I'm gonna make fun of it a little bit. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, that's so cheesy. And also like don't change a thing. Like there are very few rom-coms that I take fully seriously where I'm like, everyone shut the fuck up. Like My Best Friend's Wedding is a movie where I'm like, if anyone makes fun of this movie, like we have problems. I'm actually sick right now because as soon as you were saying that, My Best Friend's Wedding flashed into my mind. Get out. Like that is like a movie where I'm like, there's nothing to make fun of. It's perfect. It's perfect. In every way. Wedding planner, I'm going to make fun of it. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to be like, what the fuck is happening? And why are we rooting for these two people? Totally. Mainly Matthew McConaughey's character, who's like a menace. Totally. Yeah. I think that's like fun to snark. You gotta snark, or like Something Borrowed. I'm like, that is a movie about a bunch of freaks, and I don't support any of them. Yeah, no, that's so funny. At Angela X Caputo asked, can you go through all the differences between the book and the movie and share your thoughts on them? So one of the big ones is they swapped the Palm Springs wedding for Barcelona, which I thought was really smart. How she gets invited to the wedding was different because in the book, she cold texts him when she realizes she's hating her job and her life. And then the conversation kind of dissipates. And then he picks it back up talking about his brother's wedding. But then in the movie, he's just like invited, or like they're both just invited. It didn't, for me, I guess, show Poppy's, like, real desperation to get back into his life. So much that she cold texts him, which is insane. It's totally insane behavior. Well, and then sorry, listeners, don't be mad at me. In the book. Me. I'm like, to be fair, it's been like 2 years. But like in the book, like, isn't it like she lies and says R&R is sending her to Palm Springs? Yes. But then how does she end up snagging an invite to the wedding? Like, does he end up bringing her as a date? No, like literally we were trying to figure this out. I think what happens, Yeah, because she tries to recreate one of their vacations
Uh-huh.
during Palm Springs, but everything's going wrong because it's like
Right.
on her budget and she breaks her ankle on the hike and like all of that stuff. I think she says, I'm gonna write an article like, oh, it's kind of like like it works out. Like I could come and write this article.
She kind of like pitches it to Swapna as like a Palm
Yeah.
Springs needs a rebrand. Yeah, that's right. Because I feel like in the beginning of the movie, there's a little more neutrality from her where like she doesn't seem as like down on her luck and like, yeah, like desperate to shake things up as she did in the book.
Yes, which I liked in the book because Alex is literally everything for her. So just to see her making kind of like the first move, I really appreciated because I was like, your entire 10-year relationship has been Alex like honestly like giving up his own like personhood.
Right.
So you
Right.
could like live your life. And so I'm like, finally you're moving, I guess is what I always thought. So I liked that part, but they swapped it for her having that phone call with Rachel, her influencer friend in New York. And you said you would love to play Rachel in our episode.
I would love to play Rachel. I want to play a rom-com bestie more than anything.
Yeah, that's such a good
Aw.
role.
Yeah, audition never came across my desk, but the girl who did it was fine. She was good.
She was great.
Happy for her. Yeah, I feel like Poppy's codependency could have been highlighted more in the movie because I feel like in the book she was a little more shameless about being like, Alex, I need you. And I feel like in the movie she was sort of trying to like toe that line of being like, I got it. And I felt like in the book she was more unapologetic of like, Alex is my bitch and he'll do like anything for me. And I know it.
It was actually weird seeing that depicted in the movie because in the book we noticed it, but I wasn't like appalled by it. But
Yeah.
in the movie, like actually watching it play out, I was kind of like that also gave me the ick.
With Poppy.
Yeah, like just
And I was like, grow up.
it's like not fun, quirky. And like for him, I was just like, grow a backbone. like
100%. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. It got a little grating. And I also like, again, like have never had a successful friendship with a straight man, but like I never liked that dynamic of being like, oh my God, like you're not my boyfriend, but like do everything for me. Like that gives me the ick because I'm like, it feels like you're just like taking advantage of each other and like reaping all the benefits of being in a relationship without like actually the responsibility of being in a relationship. And I just don't understand
Which
it.
is like literally what she does.
Yeah, I'm in the When Harry Met Sally camp of like, I just don't buy it. Men and women can't be friends if they're attracted to each other. Like
Immediately, if you are friends with a straight man, which again very rarely happens, I can count like 2 on my hand,
yeah,
if that, maybe 1, and you immediately don't want to have sex with them.
off the table.
It's off the table. Another thing that they changed was the proposal, which seemed like low-key vindictive in the movie. Am I going too hard on this?
No,
Like,
I
I'm
think,
already
like-
canceled because of the first half of this episode. So.
No, I think we should have seen it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So my interpretation is in the book, Sarah and Alex get together after he has already met and like technically fallen in love with Poppy. So it kind of feels like he's settling and they had already this established dynamic. Whereas in the movie, they're high school sweethearts, which is like, I think probably just to, again, sharpen that juxtaposition of like, he wants to be hometown boy,
Right.
high school sweetheart boy. She wants to be jet setter, New York City girl. But I think it made their relationship more problematic than it actually was in the book, because in the book they do already have their established dynamic.
Yeah, I have like close girlfriends who have like straight guy friends, and it has been a
I
thing
like
where it's
how
like,
we're like anthropologically being like, I've heard of a girl who has a straight guy friend.
I knew this young woman. She wanted to spend her free time with a straight man that she wasn't having sex with.
Rare.
But similarly, it's like anytime like they would get a girlfriend, always be like weird about it. And even though like my friend was like, there's nothing on my end, it does change the dynamic. So like to your point, I think it takes a lot of the like, it makes Poppy a lot less fucking annoying when they already had, like you said, this like pre-existing dynamic where it's like it does suck to have to change it because someone gets a girlfriend, but also like certain things aren't appropriate when someone gets a girlfriend, you know?
Totally. Yeah. We were laughing at this when we were watching the movie. Like, also, like, how fucking dare you to be like, they live in the US. They are recent grads. So they have probably 0 vacation days. How 100%. Fucking dare you be like, yeah, babe, I've got 7 vacation days, and this year I'm, going to Vail with Poppy, and next year we're going to Nashville, and the year after that we're going to Tuscany, and maybe I'll invite you to that one.
I would actually fling myself into traffic. I wouldn't be as strong as Sarah. I would be like, blow me. No, you're not. Or like, I'm gone.
Also, Sarah's wigs.
Sarah's wigs were an atrocity. Sarah's wigs were the most offensive part of this.
What was that
movie.
headband?
What was the headband? They were like, what was it? It was like giving like American Girl doll.
No, I know. It was like Bridget Bardot or something.
Yeah.
Like,
also, though, like I literally feel like sometimes like filmmakers are like, well, if Poppy's brunette, Sarah must be blonde. And it's like, we're not stupid. We know they're different people. But because they're both like petite and white and women, they're like, we got to make this an obvious difference.
It's so crazy. Like, literally why? And I was like, so they just, I guess, spent all their budget on Barcelona and they couldn't spring for a wig.
They said no. They said Party City, this'll do.
No, Hannah Montana.
Halloween Express. Yeah, Hannah Montana.
Like,
Amazon.com.
literally. Okay, I have a few favorite moments, and then let's do our like roundtable discussion. So
great.
I loved when Alex said love was never our problem. When he's talking about like maybe we're too different, and like she's confessing her love and stuff like that, and like I thought that was really sweet.
I loved that.
I loved
very
it.
Tender.
I also loved Sarah and Poppy's apology, because this does happen in the book. It happens when she goes back to Linfield to get her man, and they're both at the high school because they both work there, but she sees her as a flight attendant, and it's this moment where she's like, don't worry, it wasn't your fault. We weren't meant to be together. And that gives her like a free conscience, I guess.
She gets to go get her man,
yeah,
without feeling bad about it. I thought it was interesting that they decided to make Sarah a flight attendant. Like it was almost like,
why?
I think it was probably like, oh, like we were holding each other back. Like
right, like she also wants to travel.
She's like, you know what, Poppy, we actually have a lot in common. I wanted to fuck off from Linfield too. Alex's loser ass is like obsessed with it.
Also, like,
I look cute in this uniform. Goodbye.
It was insane that they like, because I was like, why are they like pretending that they don't know each other? And then my friend who I was watching with was like, oh no, they like don't, because technically they only see each other on vacation, like after Poppy dropped out of school. And I was like, oh yeah, I think that's true. So she probably hadn't met Sarah, which is also crazy.
Which is also crazy because it's like, I guess, like, are we to presume that, like, no, okay, I was going to say, are we to presume that the only times that Alex and Poppy see each other all year is just that vacation? Which, like, I think so.
I think so, which a yearly vacation, not a friendship, makes, or whatever that quote is.
Because also I'm like, so you're telling me that, like, her parents are, like, Alan Ruck and Molly Shannon, like, the cutest parents ever, and she doesn't come home for Christmas, and also that, like, Alex would never be like, oh, I'm going to, like, come to New York, and, like, me and Sarah are going to be there, like, we would love to grab dinner. Like, it's not realistic, and it's fine. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief because it's a rom-com, but I am like, yeah, to be best friends and only see each other once a year for a week at a time, that's like so extreme.
And plot hole, then how was she so close with David?
Great question.
And like, because when she walked into the wedding, Alex's dad was like, there she is. Like,
I literally, like, if I, again, like, justice for Sarah, and I know we said this when we read the book too, If I were Sarah Torvald and I knew that there was a woman in my boyfriend's life who his dad is like, there she is, I would literally be like, traffic is this way. Cool, I'm just gonna walk into it.
No, like I would be so upset if my boyfriend's brother was like, if you don't come to the wedding, like you're like the life of the party, like you better be here.
You have to be here. Like, fuck.
Everyone loves her.
Everyone just loves Poppy. That's how I feel watching Emily in Paris. I'm like, oh, does everyone just love this woman? When it's like she objectively has really grating qualities that would like just factually not be for everyone. Like,
no. And truly some of the worst marketing ideas I've ever seen.
Yeah, Emily is a fucking disaster. She would have gotten fired a million times, and like every hot man in the entire continent of Europe. Please tell me Europe is a continent.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My life flashed before my eyes. I'm an idiot. And the entire continent of Europe is just like, Emily, like, you're the most amazing person. Grow up.
No, literally grow up. Okay, let's get to a roundtable discussion. Our internet investigation. This is our cursory peruse of the internet of things you need to know. This is actually the real thing I wanted to talk about. This whole episode, we're like an hour in. Let's get down to it. They cut the sex scene.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
Literally, how could you do this to me? And I cannot believe I haven't said that in the last 60 minutes.
That is like genuinely crazy. Because like, it's not a movie for children. It's not K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a rom-com. Give us the sexy. And I don't want the implication. There were some sexy moments like we talked about with the dress in the bathroom and like that rain scene. But like, give us our little Cruel Intentions moment.
100%. It's funny because in the book I was like, yeah, there's not enough sex for me. Like,
no, same.
And then there just was none in this. And like, I feel like, trust me, I feel like a fucking perverted sex pest saying that.
Same. Like, show us dicks and boobs. I mean, I just read the book Credence, and I was like, this is the best book ever. And everyone's like, you're a fucking freak. And I'm like, I felt things reading that book that I did not want to feel. Same. But I can't help it.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Yeah. I wrote in my notes, LOL, I guess I am a horn dog.
No, same. I'm like, I don't care that I'm a pervert because everyone is thinking it. Okay, Tori, everyone's thinking it. We're just saying it.
So I did some, if you can believe, internet investigation, and here's what the people said. So Emily Henry said, and this pisses me the fuck off. So she wrote or said in an interview, so here's what I'll say. I saw the scene and as he shot it, and it was gorgeous and perfect. I mean, I feel a little bit guilty because I went and told all of my friends it's one of the sexiest sex scenes I've ever seen in my life. Like, genuinely, it was like Titanic level to me. It was so good and raw and tender. So when Brett first started considering cutting it, that was because they had started doing test screenings, and especially people who weren't familiar with the books, felt like it was a kind of hard right turn for the movie.
Grow up, fucking losers.
Like, you literal prude losers.
Yeah, seriously. Go on goop.com, buy yourself an overpriced vibrator, and get the fuck over it. Stop making that our problem. Stop making your internalized sex shame our problem.
No, literally. So then I did more research. Here's another quote from Emily. The interviewer asks her for the Snyder cut, which means like an extended cut, I'm assuming, in movie terms.
Like, fuck if I know.
In film terms. And she says, they're going to be like, can we get the Brett Haley cut, who's the director? I really respected Brett for going there because I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I'm also like, can we put violence on screen so easily and no one questions it? Why is it that we're so okay with watching someone get decapitated on screen, but we're not okay with two people doing what everybody does all the time? And then follows up with, we're not releasing the Brett Haley cut.
That's fucking rude. Why can't they have like the Brett Haley cut for like $5 on net? Well, I guess Amazon Prime. It's a Netflix movie. I don't know, but like, I will buy the DVD. I will buy physical media.
Me too.
Give me the scene. Like, release the scene, you fucking cowards.
Me too. I'm so sad because like, That is just the part that is part of, like, obviously there's closed door romance novels and stuff like that, but I'm like, that is the part, like, that is part of the book. That is a critical, essential part of
It's
this.
a plot point. They be fucking.
Yeah.
Also, there is like this like well-known trope in the romance novel community where it's like if the cover is a cartoon, you know that it's a really spicy book.
Yeah.
And the cover of Emily Henry books are cartoons.
Yeah. So get with the program.
So get with the fucking program, you losery audiences. Also, it's like, I'm sorry, like, I understand that they're like, okay, we're going to invest in this movie that has like 50 locations, da 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 da. Like, we want it to have like mass appeal. But I'm also like, your test audience is like people who haven't even read the book. Like, couldn't you have done multiple test screenings with people who have read the book and people
Totally.
who haven't?
Totally.
Like, what?
And I guess they wanted a PG-13 movie rating, so I guess more people could watch it, but like, would that have made it rated R?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, okay, I know I made a joke about like boobs and dicks. But
Yeah.
like, we weren't really asking for that. Like, you can imply, we don't need actual nudity. You can imply
Totally.
nudity and just like make it very passionate and sexy and like
Yeah.
female gazy.
Totally.
Like on Bridgerton season 2, honestly, this kind of pissed me off. On Bridgerton season 2, we just got like, what's his name going down on Kate.
Yeah.
And like we didn't actually get like a ton of like graphic sex between those two. And that
No.
was that whole season was about yearning. Like all I wanted was like all of the things.
Totally.
But it was still very sexy.
Yeah, it was like erotic and sensual, like you said
Yeah.
earlier. And like, so
Yeah.
it's like they didn't need to make it like gratuitous.
Exactly.
We're ladies here.
We know it's not a porno, but we do
Yeah.
want to like feel things.
Totally. I just think also because this is the first of Emily Henry's books being adapted, even though all of them have been optioned, and it's Netflix. I just feel like it was a home run, a
I
hole
agree.
in one. So why did they have to feel like they needed to generalize it? I would have even niched down and really gotten like scene for scene with the book adaptation.
I know because she writes in such a cinematic way where it's like it's I mean, obviously like I've never adapted a book into a movie before, but it's so like it's like she wrote them knowing they were going to be movies someday.
Yes.
So it's like everything was already there.
Yes.
Just do what's on the page.
Let's talk about music because they got one Taylor Swift song, which I feel like is now like, if you are making like, you know, girl media, we know media isn't gendered, but
Yeah.
however, this is a little bit girl coded, and
Yeah.
so if it's girl coded, you need a Taylor Swift needle drop, and they did August.
I love that song. I think it's so pretty. I do think there are other Taylor Swift songs that have a little more like passion in them and are less just like pretty.
Me too. So I wrote that I think it should have been Dress.
Ugh. When they used that song in the summer, I turned pretty. I literally like got up in my seat and was like, oh my God. Like I had like a visceral reaction.
I was that Leonardo DiCaprio meme, like
Yes.
pointing at the TV.
Yes.
Truly. I just thought that would be good because Reputation has a lot of yearning and a lot of Taylor's anxiety about her new relationship with Joe and where they stand and what he thinks, and is it okay if she thinks this way? And I was like, I just feel like that represents them more than this.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see Call It What You Want.
Yes, yes.
I think that could have been good too.
Yes.
God, I love that song. I
Yeah.
love Reputation.
Me too.
Yeah. And like obviously August has that beautiful swell where it's like back when we were still changing. but I don't think that was in the movie.
No, I don't think it was either.
It was just the really pretty kind of like romantic
Dun,
beginning.
dun,
Yeah.
Exactly. Emily also, she said this is Poppy and Alex's hypothetical road trip playlist. So I want to know if you would rip the aux cord out of Poppy's hand. Her songs are Hang With Me by Robin, Les Fleurs by Minnie Riperton, Boys Don't Cry by The Cure, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston, A Case of You, Joni Mitchell, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, Shania Twain.
I agree with all those. I think those are all good road trip songs.
Same.
I thought the Paula Abdul Forever Your Girl song. I think I thought that scene was like cute and like,
That's the dance scene, right?
yeah. I mean, Poppy in her like fuck ass wig was like, of course she has like a goofy little wig on, you know?
Yeah. Like even these songs that's like, yeah, sorry, I like The Cure, but also like Whitney.
Yeah. And like she like looked so cute in that little blue bob. I was like, I would look so fucking stupid in that wig.
Me too. And those high heels and those pants.
I know. She looked so good. I was
I
like,
know.
oh.
I
and
was
again,
annoyed
it's
at
like
that.
we like these movies because they're aspirational, but I was just also like, I was like, fuck, Poppy, like I could never. And again, like justice for Sarah Torvald because she like Emily Bader is so gorgeous. Like, I would truly not be able to hang if my boyfriend's best friend was Poppy. But also like everyone's loving the Paula Abdul like dance scene, and that song to me just doesn't like. I wish it was I Want to Dance with Somebody. Like I wish it was a song that elicited like a stronger response. Like I think Forever Your Girl is like a cute song, but it didn't like have the oomph that I wanted that dance scene to have.
Totally. That's fair. That actually is something I also had a problem with the movie. But the whole structure of the book and the title is about the people that these two meet on their vacations and how they kind of like teach them a lesson about themselves or about the world or whatever. And they like essentially cut all of that except for the New Orleans couple.
Yeah. And then like the people in, sorry to bring it up,
Squamish, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They had the Squamish people, and then they had the New Orleans
people.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I wanted more of that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I could have had it longer, and you could have included some of those scenes.
Give us 3 hours.
Okay, our Wonder Whys, these are unanswered questions for the listeners. Okay, we were pissed at the Norway scene, at least the people I was watching with. We were pissed at her in the book because we were like, go to the doctor, and she like didn't know how to go to the doctor.
She was like, come take care of me.
But we were pissed at Alex for not going to Norway because sorry, I would have been calling from the air. like
I literally would have been like, oh my God, that sucks. Well, I'll send you pics.
Yeah, like I'm putting my phone on airplane mode, like feel better. But then we were also like, why didn't she call him before he got to the airport?
I know. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, surely you weren't feeling good like last night or maybe earlier this morning. Like, but you're calling him because you would know when his flight was. So it's like you're calling him, you know, he's arriving to the airport. And then when he was like, oh, it's just my 1 week off the entire year.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and my girlfriend, the old ball and chains at home.
Yeah. I'm like, so fucking go to Norway.
Yeah, but he goes to NYC instead.
To like get coughed on by Poppy. Like I really, in a post-COVID world, could never be me. Like,
no, I am such a germaphobe freak. Like when he like walked into the apartment and she's like, I'm going to get you sick. And he's like, well, I've got the next week off. And I was like, I'm sorry.
I don't want to spend the next week being sick.
I guess I don't have unconditional love in my heart.
Oh my God, no. I literally had COVID like last week and my husband was like, he was like, I'm going to, we're quarantining. I'm sleeping in the guest room. And I was like, you're right. Like, we should. Like, this is disgusting and horrible and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And Poppy's like, okay, you can get me soup. Give me a hug. I just have like, I'm sure I said this 2 years ago. I just like get very triggered by grown women who infantilize themselves. I'm like, you are a grown up. Like, I know it's nice to have people take care of you and it's nice to have friends be there for you, but like, you can do it.
Totally.
You can do it.
I feel the exact same way. Yeah. I wanted to debate nipple covers when you're wearing a dress that you can't wear a bra in. Like Poppy and Barcelona, because she was rock hard.
She was nipping out that whole time.
She was nipping out, which I actually appreciate because I actually love a nipple in a outfit.
A playful nipple, yeah.
But when you're about to greet your future boyfriend's dad, I was just kind of like, I don't want to be like bricked up, basically.
No.
Like 24/7 at a family occasion.
Okay, so I actually struggle with like every single time I go to Orange Theory, I nip out literally the entire time. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a workout class with nipple covers on. Like that feels stupid. Like I'm at the gym. And like, but I honestly should because like I don't know why. I don't know if it's just cold in there, but like I get like distractingly hard nipples like every fucking Orange Theory class and it sucks. But like, really? What is it? Is it just because they keep gyms cold?
I don't know. Anytime I'm like doing like jumping jacks
It's just like nipples on parade. Like, and it never happens at Pilates. It only happens at Orange Theory.
I don't know why I'm blushing. I also almost just did a spit take. No. I'm like dying.
I agree with you. I think a cheeky little nip is like cute.
Hot, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hot. And like same with like a bra strap. Like I love stuff like that. So like feminine and sexy. But I am also weirdly prude about this where like I don't like being in like a swimsuit in front of like my in-laws or like my family. Like I don't
We've
want
talked
like,
about this before.
Yes. I'm like, I don't want you to know. Like I don't want you to perceive me. Yeah, like ass out titties. Like I don't want you to perceive me that way. And so like you bet your fucking ass if I'm going to a wedding where I'm not just like a guest, I'm gonna have, and honestly we're like quote grown-ups are there, even though I'm turning 35 this year. Yeah. I'm gonna have nipple covers on because I don't want like some old man to like perceive my nipples.
No, 100%.
Especially not Alex's dad.
No, I know. And that's like why I could not get down with the Skims nipple bra.
I literally was like, honey, it's not a problem. I don't need that.
Yeah. A, not a prob for me that you like don't need a solution for that. And B, like, I don't want to be like that 24/7. The beauty of some nipple showing is that it comes and goes. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, like now you see it, now you don't.
Yeah.
I will say something that does bother me though is like when someone wears like a fully sheer dress or like a lace dress and they have a nipple cover under it. And you can see the outline of the nipple cover under the mesh. Commit. Like, have your nipples out then. Like, that's hot. Like, have like a Euro moment. Like, they don't censor nipples on Instagram anymore. Like,
oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think they do. But like, if I can see the edges of your nipple cover, I'm going to say grow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree.
Quick tangent. I saw a picture of Brooke Snyder in like a fully mesh dress a couple weeks ago and I sent it to my sister being like, this always annoys me, like I don't want to see your nipple cover. And then I looked more closely and realized that was just her like perfect round like breast and her nipple actually was showing.
Oh, I hate that for me.
Her breast was so perfectly like curved
that it looked like
it looked like a Barbie. It looked like a nipple cover.
Yeah.
Insane
Shout
out to
work.
Her doctor. Yeah.
Truly. Last wonder why. Where did David and Nom make their money in Linfield to have this extravagant wedding?
That's a really great question. What did they do? Maybe they were like crypto bros.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, this is like stunning. And then I remembered who they were supposed to be. They were supposed to be a Palm Springs in the summer wedding couple.
Which like I also liked that in the book because I was like, Palm Springs is such like a queer place.
Yeah.
Right? Like it makes sense that this like cute gay couple from Ohio would be like, let's get married in Palm Springs. Like it feels extravagant for them. It's still technically a destination wedding, but it's also like somewhere where they can really just like live out loud and have fun and vibe. Barcelona, I was like, why Barcelona? I mean, why not? But also why?
I don't know. We'll never know. Okay, gripes and grumbles, if you can believe I have more. So these are nitpicky problems we have with the movie. I just also, and I wanted to get your opinion on this too, especially your like writer opinion. But like the book setting doesn't really, like it is like a timeless book in the sense that it was published in 2021. But she is a travel blogger, which like doesn't really exist, and if it does, it's like old person travel. Like it's not like a recent grad writing stuff. It's like for seniors that would use that type of media. So my question for you is like, should they have changed it to a travel influencer, or is that crossing into the aforementioned Emily in Paris too much, or is it just like too grating?
I think like my problem with the way influencers are portrayed in like movies is because you have this very like archetypal, like the most insufferable, like I love LA type of influencer that's like, hey guys, like swipe up, when really there are so many content creators out there on like Substack and TikTok who are like so not like that and make a living doing that.
Yes.
So it's like I understand why they quote like couldn't make her an influencer, because the average American is going to be like, oh well, I automatically can't root for this character because she has this like vapid stupid job. But I do think like it technically would have made more sense for her to have like a big social media following and like branded deals at these hotels. And like if she's a writer, yeah, like maybe her big platform isn't TikTok, maybe it's Substack and like Threads, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, you couldn't place the book or really the movie in like a setting, and that kind of like bothered me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
A time period, I guess. Yeah.
Also, it's like if I like the only thing about influencing that would have made it maybe challenging is like it would have forced her to be on her phone a little bit more.
Right.
But and maybe this is like over explaining, which is something I struggle with as a writer, but I'm like, maybe her whole angle could have been like, oh, like she's not like other influencers. Like she doesn't have a TikTok presence. Like she's built her following on through other social media avenues or something like that.
Actually, like that's such a good point. We like on all these vacations, we never see her like pick up a pen.
Yeah.
Or like do a little typey type on a laptop.
No, she's like,
no, I got it all up here.
Yeah, it's all in here, baby. I remember. I got it. And like, yeah, she doesn't really take like pictures of like food or anything like that.
No.
Then I'm like, even if you're not an influencer, if you're a travel writer, like, aren't you going to want to like take a picture of food and be like, oh my God, we had this meal at this place. It was fucking crazy.
Totally. And then the other piece about this, because it's, again, modern day, is that there's not tons of, like, there's no real stakes for her not to live in Linfield because of Zoom. Because I'm like, you could still have your flighty lifestyle where you travel all over the world, but your home base could be in Linfield. It doesn't have to be in New York.
Right. That's a good point. Well, I want to ask you at the end, do you think they stayed in New York or moved to Linfield?
Well, we looked.
Because it looked like they were in her apartment.
Yes, we looked it up because he was wearing the Sarah Lawrence hoodie. Which is in New York.
So he's teaching at Sarah Lawrence now?
Yes, that's I think what's implied. So yeah, but then I was thinking, I was like, okay, so what, he just
gave up.
I know, again.
She gives this whole speech about how she's like, there's nothing in my life that I wouldn't give up for you. Like, I'm always going to love you. Like, I fully cried during that monologue. And I'm like,
me too.
So he still ended up giving up everything for you? Like, that kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
It's like, Poppy, sometimes you have to be a fucking grown-up, princess, and move to Linfield and do things you don't want to do because you want to be with Alex.
And I think it was, like, implied that they were in the city. They were maybe in, like, a suburb or whatever. But, like, and then I was like, you might as well move to Ohio then.
Pay less in rent.
Yeah.
Also, going back to the like origin story of like Alex's mom passing away, I think also part of why he wanted to stay in Linfield in the book was because he wanted to like be closer to his dad and help take care of his dad and like be there for his family.
Totally.
So it's like, wouldn't that remain then? Like,
totally.
Wouldn't he want to stay there and be like, okay, well, if you're willing to give everything up, then like, let's do the Ohio thing.
Totally. Like his reasoning seems way more legit than Poppy's.
Yeah. Poppy's just like, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to.
Okay, I've got two more, and then we'll move on. Because I don't want to, I don't want to be negative as I, like, literally rip apart a movie that I would give 4.5 stars out of
and
5
stars.
And
that is duality. That's okay.
Okay, his haircut. I didn't love. I was like, he's so fine, and in some of the scenes, I was just like, this hair, again, is just not doing his beautiful face justice.
Was it like a little too shaggy for you? Or like,
yeah.
what?
It was like just not a haircut. It was like shaggier than a short, like a cropped haircut, but then not long enough to be a long haircut, if that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense.
And then I just thought, like, they have literally no side characters.
I know, and I love a side character in a rom-com. Like, as I said, with, like, Rachel. I liked seeing Jamila Jamila's Swapna. I thought she did a really good job as her boss. I thought, like, her being, like, a hot baddie who can also balance, like, being a little intimidating while also being, like, it's okay, sweetie. Like, you should resign and move on with your life. I thought she was great.
Yeah.
But I wanted more of that because those characters are so fun in a rom-com.
100%. Yeah. It was like Miranda Priestley, but night, like,
yeah,
the 2025 version. So
yeah,
I really liked that, but it is just so weird to have like such little storylines for any of the side characters.
Yeah, and like like we were saying earlier, had it been a limited series, they could have taken a little more time with side characters and like fleshed them out more, which would have been nice.
Totally. Which, speaking of, this is a new segment since you've been on. But side character spotlight, our nomination for an unforgettable supporting character who deserves their due.
Oh my God.
Like, there's literally none. I said it would be David and Nom. Like,
Okay.
I was thinking maybe Lucas Gage, like the boat driver, could have had a little shout out there, but tough.
I know. I immediately go to like Molly Shannon with her box
Oh,
of condoms.
yes.
She was great.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Also, like I saw an interview with Emily Henry where she was like, we got to keep that scene in, even though it could have easily been cut. It was like important to me that we kept the box of condoms in. And I was like, thank God, because Molly Shannon is so fucking funny.
She's so funny. Yeah, the people that I was watching with, they were like, she's just a scene stealer. Like, that is...
I wanted more of her.
Me too.
I wanted more of her, and I also liked in that same like moment where meanwhile downstairs Alex is talking to her dad and he's like, what do you think we're talking about? I loved that. I loved how that was written.
Yeah. And he was talking about his fear of flights, which was in the book, and the dad thought he was talking about
Sex.
child dysfunction.
Yes.
Crazy work.
Crazy.
Okay, finally, our sequel scoop. This is our tea on any upcoming sequel seasons and the general reception. I think it's generally received positive reviews. It got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think some diehard romance and Hen fans had some problems with some of the things we talked about here. I think the main problems that I have seen is that they missed a few of the like standout quotes from the book that people were really hoping would have been included. So when Poppy and Alex first hook up, she says, "How are you so good at this? We should have been having sex the whole time." And then he goes a few pages later, says, "Stop being so impatient. I've waited 12 years. I want this to last." And people were, I know. And I guess the reason that they missed those is because they cut that entire scene.
See, that's fucked up.
I'm like, those are like the quotes.
The quotes. Here's the thing. I think it's like, for me, I feel like two things can be true. Where like, I think because it's not my all-time favorite book, I'm a little less nitpicky and I can kind of enjoy them as like separate things.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why the fans are disappointed. I think we were robbed of a sex scene. But also, on the other hand, I'm like, it's also not that deep, guys. And can we just like enjoy this like fluffy little movie?
100%.
I feel both.
I feel both too, because
Yeah.
one of the quotes I liked in the book was when they were at the wedding and Poppy like asks Alex something and then he says yes, and she's like, "Are you gonna say yes to like everything I ask now?" And he's like, which I was like, have you not, like, where have you been?
Where have you been?
The last 12 years.
Where the fuck have you been?
But basically he's like, yeah, I'm always gonna like give you like whatever you want, basically, which is like, we know. But that was one of my favorite quotes, and like it didn't make it in. But yeah, you're right. It's like it's tough. It's tough to make everybody happy.
Yeah, always.
Do you think it was a little bit overshadowed by Heated Rivalry?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Heated Rivalry, like, everyone is so fucking like lit and like hot and bothered by that show in like for valid reasons. Like, but I think it's really it's a hard act to follow.
Maybe that's also why we're like so bothered by them not including the sex scene, because I probably wouldn't have noticed as much if I didn't just watch Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, but I also think the other thing too is like, I think what's so like juvenile about like cutting the sex scene is like, it is a love story, and the way that people have sex with each other in a love story is literally part of the storytelling. Like, we saw in Heated Rivalry, like anyone who called that show smut, I'm like, you're fucking stupid, and just like say you're homophobic, because like the way their sex evolved throughout the show was important to the storytelling.
Totally.
And yes, it was sexy, and yes, they're all hot, but like it was important to the storytelling. So it's like, I think it was overshadowed by Heated Rivalry because I think they made all the right decisions, and I think some of the places where this movie like scaled back were the wrong decisions.
Smart. Yeah, that's a good analysis, I think. Yeah, because like the quote that they cut in the sex scene, show the yearning over 12 years,
Yes.
which is the tension point. So you're right. Like, it isn't just for Tom Blythe's ass.
It's like we wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
But like it's storytelling, you guys.
Yeah.
It's romance. It's the romance genre.
Totally, totally. I think that's like it. Her books, all of them are becoming either TV series or movies. So they've all kind of made progress since we talked last. Beach
That's
Read.
exciting.
The same screenwriter, Yulin Kwong, is also directing Beach Read. And then Emily Henry herself is adapting Funny Story into a movie.
That's cool.
Sarah Hayward, who is known for Girls, Scam, and Modern Love, is writing the script for Book Lovers.
Okay, that really excites me.
Which I think is like, I feel like we're in safe hands.
Yeah, that feels really good to me. The casting, they better not fuck this up, I swear.
I swear to fucking God. I
Who
love
would you
Charlie.
cast as Charlie? Charlie's so fucking hot.
He's so, yeah, that's just like my type to a T.
Same.
I actually don't know. Who would you cast?
When I read it,
Yeah.
I pictured Jonathan Bailey
Okay, yes.
because like I was just like put him in everything. And I had
Yeah.
just watched Bridgerton season 2.
Yeah.
But then I saw him do an American accent in Jurassic Park and I was like, ick.
Yeah,
So
maybe not.
I don't think
Yeah.
that'll work. Younger Adam Brody, I could see, or like a Penn Badgley type, but I honestly don't know.
I don't know either. Because he has to be like a New York editor.
Yeah, kind of like edgy and like
Yeah.
seems a little pretentious, but is like also insanely sexy.
Yeah.
They could find an unknown too. I mean, after Heated Rivalry, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, that might be the move.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, obviously, like Hunger Games is a huge movie, and like Emily Bader is like already been the lead in a Prime show, but I still feel like grand scheme of life, they weren't household names. So you know,
Totally.
and I think this is like gonna make them more recognizable to people, but I'm like totally down for them to find people that aren't as much in the zeitgeist yet.
Completely. That's why I thought it was interesting that My Lady Jane was getting such a bump in viewers this week, because I was like, oh, it's crazy to me that people would watch this but hadn't watched that. But that's the case for you too.
Yeah.
Which I kind of get. Like, it is a lot more fantasy,
Yeah, like period PC.
medieval or whatever. So I get that.
Yeah.
It's not like apples to apples. But yeah, and then Happy Place, the last one, is getting a Netflix TV series. So that...
Do you like that one? I haven't read that one yet.
I haven't actually read that one. Yes, but I think it's by Jennifer Lopez's production company.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
So I was like, if they put the Jennifer Lopez rom-com sprinkle in,
Come on, J-Lo.
yeah,
Don't let us down.
a little magic, I'd be
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It is exciting. Hannah, any last thoughts on, before we really like slam the book closed on people we meet on vacation?
I just think we're so back with rom-coms.
Me
I'm like
too.
I'm really excited to see them being like taken seriously again and getting
too.
big budgets. Yeah, like I think especially like given the state of the world and our country, I think we really need stories that have happy endings that are just put you in a good mood and feel like a hug. So despite our criticisms of this movie, I'm happy it exists. I'm so excited about it. I'll probably watch it again. And I hope that they keep making more.
Me too. I have felt hopeful about movies for the first time in like years with the colors of of the film, just because everything now is so washed out, and you're right that it had a big budget and good locations and good costuming and good actors for
good
a
music.
romance. Yeah, good music. So I feel hopeful. Wow.
Me too. My next hope would be like, I would have loved to see this movie get a theatrical release. Like I miss the feeling of like in the 90s and early 2000s, like going with my mom to the movies and getting a popcorn and watching like a really good rom-com in a movie theater.
Me too.
And I think the last rom-com I saw in the movie theater was like Anyone But You, which was like 2 years ago. And it was not funny because Sydney Sweeney is not funny.
No.
So like I hope that the next step is like once people start watching these, that the studios are willing to invest in a theatrical release, because I think that would be the next step.
Totally. I was wondering why. Is it solely because it was a Netflix production?
You know, I don't think so, because I know that like some of the Netflix movies do get like a limited theatrical release, like maybe not every single theater, but like some. And so I don't know. But
But they
I
would
really
still
like,
make money off of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, yeah, I feel like some movies, like even like Wicked it was on Peacock like a month later, but you still had the option to like go opening weekend and like make it a big thing. And I'm like, I just want the option. I'll
Me too.
go.
Okay, this was so much fun.
Oh,
A
Tori,
catharsis of sorts.
it's always an honor. It's always a pleasure. It's really fun.
Thanks for coming back on. Can you tell the listeners where they can find you and anything else you want to plug?
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much for having me on. Listeners, you can follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown on Instagram, TikTok. It's spelled HANNAHAARON, And then I host a podcast called Not Aspirational. That's kind of like a lifestyle meets pop culture podcast. If you like the idea of like a chaotic friend like sending you a fun rambling voice memo, then my show is the one for you. Check it out.
And that's the story of People We Meet on Vacation, the movie. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to Hannah for joining me on today's show. I want to say shout out to all of you lovely listeners who don't mind when my episodes are a million days late. Don't worry, we will be back with Heated Rivalry. I've just been having a lot going on in my life. But 2026 has started off really poorly, so it's only up from here. If you haven't already, but you want to support the show, follow us on socials at Ready to Be Romance. Subscribe and leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you'd like, you can suggest a book or leave a voicemail with a question via the links in the episode show notes. I love you so very much. Our next episode is An Offer from a Gentleman and Bridgerton Season 4, Part 1. Until then, happy reading. For Ready to Be Romance, I'm Tori. Goodbye.